New Year's Eve Americas. Argentina. Traditional celebrations in Argentina include a family dinner of traditional dishes, including vitel tonné, asado, sandwiches de miga, piononos. Like dessert, turrón, mantecol and pan dulce. Just before midnight, people flock to the streets to enjoy fireworks and light firecrackers. The fireworks can be seen in any terrace. The first day of the new year is celebrated at midnight with cider or champagne. People wish each other a happy new year, and sometimes share a toast with neighbors. Parties often continue until dawn. The celebration is during the summer, like in many South American countries, so it's normal to see many families in the new year at tourist centers of the Argentine Atlantic coast, Mar del Plata, Nicosia, Villa Gesell, Miramar, etc. Brazil. The New Year, Portuguese, Ano Novo, is one of Brazil's main holidays. It officially marks the beginning of the summer holidays, which last until Carnival. Brazilians traditionally have a copious meal with family or friends at home, in restaurants or private clubs, and consume alcoholic beverages. Champagne is traditionally drunk. Those spending New Year's Eve at the beach usually dress in white, to bring good luck into the new year. Fireworks and eating grapes or lentils are customs associated with the holiday. The beach at Copacabana in Rio de Janeiro is ranked among the top 10 New Year fireworks display. The combination of live concerts, a spectacular fireworks display and millions of revelers combine to make the Copacabana's New Year's party one of the best in the world. In addition, the celebrations are broadcast on TV, the most famous being the Aduça Tudo Isso on Rede Globo. In other regions, different events also take place. The most famous are on the edge of coastal cities, such as Copacabana. In the northeast, in Fortaleza, the party is in Iracema Beach, and in Salvador, the change of year happens in a great music festival. In the south, the most famous festivities on the coast take place in Santa Catarina, on the Beira Mar Norte Avenue, in Florianópolis, and in the central beach of Balneario Camboriú. Other celebrations that stand out even from the sea are those of Manaus, in the northern state of Amazonas, and the Paulista Avenue, in São Paulo, the largest city in the country, and Ministries Esplanade, in the capital Brasilia. The party attracts more than 1 million people. It features fireworks and live music shows. The city of São Paulo hosts the Saint Sylvester Marathon, Corrida de São Silvestre, which traverses streets between Paulista Avenue and the downtown area. Canada. New Year's Eve traditions and celebrations in Canada vary regionally, but are typically similar to those in the United States, with a focus on social gatherings and public celebrations, such as concerts and fireworks displays. In 1992, the sketch comedy troupe Royal Canadian Air Farce began airing its annual New Year's Eve special Year of the Farce on CBC television, which features sketches lampooning the major events and news stories of the year. The 1992 edition was presented as a one-off special, but served as a pilot for a regular Air Farce series that premiered the following year, and ran until 2008. Year of the Farce episodes continued to air annually as part of the series, while the 2008 edition doubled as the program's series finale. One-off Year of the Farce specials have continued to air on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day since, featuring members of the original cast. Since 2016, with the inaugural edition serving as an official kickoff for the country's sesquicentennial year, CBC has also broadcast a countdown special, focusing on a concert and celebrations at Parliament Hill in the national capital of Ottawa. Similarly, the CBC's French-language network EC Radio Canada airs its own yearly New Year's Eve comedy special, Bye Bye. Unlike Year of the Farce, Bye Bye has been presented by various comedians, originally running from 1968 to 1998. It was revived in 2006 by the Quebecois troupe Rocket Belles Oreilles. Its 2008 edition, hosted and co-produced by Quebecois television personality Véronique Cloutier, was criticized for featuring sketches that viewers perceived as offensive, including sketches making fun of English Canadians and then American President-elect Barack Obama. Chile. New Year's Eve is celebrated in Chile by the observation of traditional rituals, such as wearing yellow underwear and yellow clothing. It is said to restore vitality to your life. People who want to travel walk the streets with a suitcase in hand, others hold money in their hand or place coins at their door for good fortune in the new year. Celebrations include a family dinner with special dishes, usually lentils for good luck, and 12 grapes to symbolize wishes for each month of the coming year. Family celebrations usually last until midnight, then some continue partying with friends until dawn. In Chile's capital Santiago, thousands of people gather at the Entel Tower to watch the countdown to midnight and a fireworks display. There are several fireworks shows across the country. Over 1 million spectators attend the most popular, the Año Nuevo en el Mar, in Valparaiso. Since 2000, the sale of fireworks to individuals has been illegal, meaning fireworks can now only be observed at major displays. Many people also travel to Easter Island, off Chile's coast, to welcome the new year. Colombia. In Colombia it is a traditional celebration. There are many traditions across the country. Included among these traditions are a family dinner with special dishes, fireworks, popular music, wearing special or new clothes, eating empanadas and different parties. With each stroke of the clock until midnight, the families eat grapes. Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, families usually gather around 8 p.m. for parties that last until 1 or 2 a.m. the next day. There are several traditions among Costa Rican families, including eating 12 grapes representing 12 wishes for the new year, and running across the street with luggage to bring new trips and adventures in the upcoming year. El Salvador. In El Salvador, New Year's Eve is spent with families. Family parties start around 5 p.m., and last until 1 o'clock to 3 a.m., the following day. Families eat dinner together and sing traditional New Year's Eve songs, such as Cinco para las doce. After the dinner, individuals light fireworks and continue partying outside. A radio station broadcasts a countdown to midnight. When the clock strikes midnight, fireworks are lit across the country. People start exchanging hugs and wishes for the new year. Ecuador. A New Year's Eve tradition in Ecuador is for men to dress haphazardly in drag, clowny-looking makeup, cheap colorful wigs, very hairy legs and mini skirts, for New Year's Eve representing the widow of the year that has passed. The widows then go to the streets and stop each car that passes on that particular street in order to parody some form of sexy dancing. Large crowds would gather around to watch and laugh at the entertainment, and the drivers are forced to give the widows some coins in order to obtain passage through the street. There are also traditional family events and meals and modern celebrations such as hosting parties and going to nightclubs. People usually eat grapes and drink champagne with close family members and friends. The main event takes place at midnight, where fireworks are lit along with thousands of life-size effigies called Año Viejo. Most every local family creates the effigy from paper scraps, old clothes, or purchases it all together. They place just outside the front of their home. The effigy represents things you disliked from the previous year and are made to look like famous celebrities, politicians, public servants, cartoons, etc. They are burnt right at midnight to shed the old year and represent a new beginning. Some of the braver Ecuadorians jump through these burning effigies 12 times to represent a wish for every month. Guatemala. In Guatemala, banks close on New Year's Eve, and businesses close at noon. In the town of Antigua, people usually gather at the Santa Catalina Clock Arch to celebrate New Year's Eve, Spanish, Fin del Año. In Guatemala City, the celebrations are centered on Plaza Mayor. Firecrackers are lit starting at sundown, continuing without interruption into the night. Guatemalans wear new clothes for good fortune and eat a grape with each of the 12 chimes of the bell during the New Year countdown, while making a wish with each one. The celebrations include religious themes which may be either Mayan or Catholic. Catholic celebrations are similar to those at Christmas. Gifts are left under the tree on Christmas morning by the Christ child for the children, but parents and adults do not exchange gifts until New Year's Day. Mexico. Mexicans celebrate New Year's Eve, Spanish, Víspera de Año Nuevo, by eating a grape with each of the 12 chimes of a clock's bell during the midnight countdown, while making a wish with each one. Mexican families decorate homes and parties in colors that represent wishes for the upcoming year. Red encourages an overall improvement of lifestyle and love, yellow encourages blessings of improved employment conditions, green for improved financial circumstances, and white for improved health. Mexican sweetbread is baked with a coin or charm hidden in the dough. When the bread is served, the recipient of the slice with the coin or charm is said to be blessed with good luck in the new year. Another tradition is to make a list of all the bad or unhappy events over the past 12 months. Before midnight, this list is thrown into a fire, symbolizing the removal of negative energy from the new year. At the same time, they are expressed for all the good things during the year that is ending so that they will continue in the new year. Mexicans celebrate with a late-night dinner with their families, the traditional meal being turkey or pork loin. Afterwards, many people attend parties outside the home, for example, in nightclubs. In Mexico City there is a street festival on New Year's Eve centered on the Zócalo, the city's main square. Celebrations include firecrackers, fireworks and sparklers and shouts of Feliz Año Nuevo. Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, New Year's Eve is celebrated with friends and family. The Puerto Rico Convention Center in San Juan is the main attraction for Puerto Ricans during the celebration. It has Latin music and fireworks at midnight along with the signature song Auld Lang Syne in Spanish. Suriname. During New Year's Eve in Suriname, the Surinamese population goes into cities' commercial districts to watch fireworks shows. This is a spectacle based on the famous red firecracker ribbons. The bigger stores invest in these firecrackers and display them in the streets. Every year the length of them is compared, and high praises are held for the company that has managed to import the largest ribbon. These celebrations start at 10 a.m. and finish the next day. The day is usually filled with laughter, dance, music, and drinking. When the night starts, the big street parties are already at full capacity. The most popular fiesta is the one that is held at Café Tivat in the main tourist district. The parties there stop between 10 and 11 p.m. after which the people go home to light their pagaras, red firecracker ribbons, at midnight. After midnight, the parties continue and the streets fill again until daybreak. Trinidad. In Port of Spain the tradition is to celebrate in one's yard with friends, family and neighbors, and eat and drink till sunrise. At midnight the city becomes festive with fireworks in every direction. The celebration only starts at midnight. Music is heard from all the houses and bars, nightclubs, street parties, soca raves. The people are celebrating not only the new year but the beginning of the carnival season as well. United States. In the United States, New Year's Eve is celebrated with formal parties and concerts, family-oriented activities, and large public events such as fireworks shows and drops. The most prominent celebration in the country is the ball drop held at New York City's Times Square, which was inspired by the time balls that were formerly used as a time signal. At 11:59 p.m. ET, an 11,875-pound, 5,386 kilograms, 12-foot diameter, 3.7 meters, ball, which is adorned with crystal panels and an LED lighting system, is lowered down a 70 feet, 21 meters high pole on the roof of One Times Square, reaching the roof of the building 60 seconds later at midnight. The event has been held since 1907, and has seen an average attendance of 1 million yearly. Since 2009, the ball itself has been displayed atop the building year-round. The spectacle has inspired similar events outside of New York City, where a ball or other item is lowered or raised in an identical manner. The items used for these events often represent local culture or history. Atlanta's peach drop reflects Georgia's identity as the Peach State. Media coverage is centered upon New York City and Times Square. Bandleader Guy Lombardo was well known for his live broadcasts from New York with his band, the Royal Canadians, whose signature performance of Auld Lang Syne at midnight helped make the standard synonymous with the holiday. Beginning on radio in 1929, Lombardo moved to CBS television from 1956 to 1976, adding coverage of the ball drop. Following Lombardo's death, Dick Clark's contemporary competitor, New Year's Rocking Eve, which premiered for 1973 on NBC, and moved to ABC for 1975, became the dominant New Year's Eve special on U.S. television, especially among younger viewers, with Clark having anchored New Year's coverage, including New Year's Rocking Eve and the one off ABC 2000 Today, for 33 straight years. After suffering a stroke in December 2004, Clark missed the 2005 edition, and he retired as full-time host in favor of Ryan Seacrest for 2006 due to a lingering speech impediment. Clark continued making limited appearances on the special until his death in 2012. Other notable celebrations include the Las Vegas Strip's America's Party, which consists of a ticketed concert event at the Fremont Street Experience, and a public fireworks show at midnight that is launched from multiple casinos on the Strip. Los Angeles, a city long without a major public New Year celebration, held an inaugural gathering in downtown's newly completed Grand Park to celebrate the beginning of 2014. The event included food trucks, art installations, and culminating with a projection mapping show on the side of Los Angeles City Hall near midnight. The inaugural event drew over 25,000 spectators and participants. For 2016, Chicago introduced an event known as Chi-Town Rising. Alongside the festivities in Times Square, New York's Central Park hosts a midnight run event organized by the New York Roadrunners, which features a fireworks show and a foot race around the park that begins at midnight. Major theme parks also hold New Year's celebrations. Disney theme parks, such as Walt Disney World Resort in Florida and Disneyland in Anaheim, California, are traditionally the busiest around the Christmas and New Year's holidays. Religious observances. In the Roman Catholic Church, 1st of January is a solemnity honoring the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Mother of Jesus. It is a holy day of obligation in most countries, Australia being a notable exception. Thus the Church requires the attendance of all Catholics in such countries for Mass that day. However, a vigil Mass may be held on the evening before a holy day, thus it has become customary to celebrate Mass on the evening of New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is a feast day honoring Pope Sylvester I in the Roman Catholic calendar, but it is not widely recognized in the United States. Many Christian congregations have New Year's Eve watch night services. Some, especially Lutherans and Methodists and those in the African American community, have a tradition known as watch night, in which the faithful congregate in services continuing past midnight, giving thanks for the blessings of the outgoing year and praying for divine favor during the upcoming year. In the English-speaking world, watch night can be traced back to John Wesley, the founder of Methodism, who learned the custom from the Moravian Brethren who came to England in the 1730s. Moravian congregations still observe the watch night service on New Year's Eve. Watch night took on special significance to African Americans on New Year's Eve 1862, as slaves anticipated the arrival of January 1, 1863, when Lincoln had announced he would sign the Emancipation Proclamation. Venezuela. Radio specials give a countdown and announce the new year. In Caracas, the bells of the Cathedral of Caracas ring 12 times. During these special programs, is a tradition to broadcast songs about the end of the year. It is a non-working holiday. Popular songs include Viejo Año, Old Year, by guided group Maracaibo 15, and Cinco Palas 12, 5 minutes before 12, which was versioned by several popular singers including Nestor Zavares, Nancy Ramos, and José Luis Rodríguez El Puma. The unofficial hymn for the first minutes of the new year is Año Nuevo, Vida Nueva, New Year, New Life, by the band Billows Caracas Boys. Many people play the national anthem in their houses. Traditions include wearing yellow underwear, eating pan de jamón, and 12 grapes with sparkling wine. Special holiday programs are broadcast on Venezuelan television stations including Venevision.